All right, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing here today? I forgot to turn on my lights. So give me a second. I'm going to do that real quick. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. And I hope you guys can hear me. All right, there we go. All right. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? Definitely tell me who you are and where you're joining me from. Thank you for taking time out of your day. I don't know if it's lunchtime for you, just depending on what coast you're on, or if it's early afternoon. But I wanted to see how this time would do for you guys as well, because I know as it get later in the evening, you guys are busy. You have things to do, maybe pick up kids and all that great stuff, cook dinner, spend time with your family. So a short break in the middle of the day, during your lunchtime or break. So today we're going to be talking about the one thing that's pissing off the contracting officers, your procurement specialists, and those that are dealing with the minorities and small businesses, the supplier diversity outreach type people. So I was out networking last week. Yes, I still network too. And one of the coordinators, I think he was really pissed. Maybe he had a bad day. We weren't quite sure. But he was highly upset with the small businesses and minorities. And then another procurement coordinator popped up and chimed in and said the same thing. So with those people popping up, like we're in the same environment and they're saying the exact same thing. And I hear it all the time, even talking with prime contractors as they're looking to partner with smaller companies, minorities. I'm talking about your service disabled vet, your woman owned, your hub zone, your DBEs, WMBEs, all of you guys that are classified as a small business. They all have the same issue that's pissing them off. So I said, well, today, let me do a video on what you need to stop doing so that you are not pissing them off. Because here's the thing, if you're pissing them off, right, and then you're turning in a bid, it's like, that's not good. They're already pissed at you, your company, that kind of thing. So here's what we're talking about. The one thing that's pissing them off. And I mean, he was highly upset. So I don't know what his day looked like, but here's what's pissing them off. You're going to them, right? And here's an opportunity. You're going to either bid it, put in a proposal, just depending on what they're asking for. And you say you're going to do it. They're helping you out as much as they can, you know, providing information, that kind of thing, taking time out of their schedule to work with you. And then you back out. And then you back out. So after they've invested time and energy and resources, right, to help you, and then you back out and you don't put in a bid, you don't submit. And so we tried to ponder that and kind of figure out, why is that? Those of you that are here with me live, and even if you come watch this later, can you answer that question for me from your perspective? And if you guys can comment now and just share that with me. Why do you think that small businesses, you know, minority-owned businesses seek help out the various resources and then they back out? Like they don't come through, they don't finish. Why are they backing out? So I know I have a couple of people here live. Do you have some insight on that? I would love to hear what your thoughts are. And then I'm going to tell you what his thoughts were. And I totally agree with him. Do you guys know? What are your thoughts? Okay, I'm going to tell you. So I think it's because of fear. And that's what we talked about. He shared the same thing, that it's because of fear. Like you get started and then you get scared. And here's the question, because I've had this question too. And that's not to say that it still does not pop up today, but it's like the question becomes, can I deliver? If you've said that too, say yes in the comments. Let me know. You question if you can actually deliver. Because most people I know at some point in time, we all question our ability to deliver. Because it's a big step. It's a big commitment. But we have to move through the fear. So you have to find a way to move past the fear, or else you'll never get over that hurdle and you'll never get a contract. You agree? All right. Hey, I remember you. How are you guys doing? Oh, yeah. People back out, Stephen. Yes, they do. So they back out for various reasons. I don't know why. And here's what happens. Let me see, because I wrote down some notes of what he said. Another thing they said, the other part of the process that really pisses them off is that people will come and here's an opportunity and they're like, okay, I want to be able to get in on this opportunity. I want to take advantage of this, get this contract, and they're not prepared. They don't have the necessary paperwork in place. So I'm going to give you guys one tidbit that you want to do and follow through on this. If you know there's a particular company, whether this is private work, it could be government work, it could be state work, it could be working with large corporations. I don't care who it is. If you know you're looking for opportunities in that particular area, make sure you register with them, whatever that entails, because all agencies, all companies are different. But I'm going to say get on their vendor list. They may call it something else. But whatever that looks like, you need to get on there. And here's the thing. In most cases, it's just not giving them, like, how you go out to an event. It's not just giving them your name, your company name, your address, your email address, and phone number. No. When most companies have you get on a vendor list, you have to give them information. And through that process, they're able to qualify you to work with them so that when the opportunities come up, that part is already done. The only thing you have to do is either bid it or submit a proposal, and you're good to go. Because what won't happen, I can tell you, and this is where they're pissed, is that you're coming saying, okay, I want to bid this, but you haven't registered as a vendor, and that's one of their prerequisites, if that's the case. And because it takes time to qualify you as a vendor, that one you can forget. It's too late, right? Ideally, they're not going to get the process done that fast. And it's going to entail submitting some paperwork, just depending on what you do. So don't think that you're going to submit to be a vendor and tomorrow you're all good and then you can still submit on that bid next week. That's not how it works, okay? So what else did they say? Yeah. Okay, so with the fear, one of the things we talked about is, you have to do some personal development. And that's something you should be focusing on a consistent basis so that when hurdles come up, because I always like to say, new level, new devil. So when you're just starting out in your business, there's going to be one devil. And usually that's like getting your first contract, that kind of thing is, the first thing you're trying to overcome. And then once you do that, it's kind of like, okay, now you realize you need more resources and things like that. So new level, new devil, right? And then you start getting more and it's like, okay, now we need more capital and new level, new devil. And then, I want to not only be a sub, but I want to be a prime. Now I need to have my own insurance, bonding, if that's required, whatever it is, just based on what you guys are doing, you may have other requirements that you need to meet. So every time you go to a new level in your business, there's usually going to be new requirements. And so it's always a new level, new devil. You're always learning. New fears will always pop up. And that's where the personal development come in. So you guys that are here live and coming back later to watch, tell me, what are you offering your business? What do you guys do? And if you have any questions, go ahead and pop those in too, because I'll answer those for you as well. So any questions on getting out there, getting contracts? Tell me what you do. Would love to hear that. while I'm waiting on those to pop in case you guys, okay, logistics. So, Stephen, do you have your own trucking company? Okay. Do you guys have your own trucking company, or do you just do the logistics as far as the paperwork? And then see, Ashton, I see you do logistics and commodities. So is it anything in particular under your commodities? Give me a little bit more details. And let me know, are you guys doing contracting with the government? Have you won any government contracts? Okay, Ashton, you're doing dispatching and freight arrangement. Awesome. Cool. All right, cool. Stephen, no warehouse and accountability. So what does that mean? I don't know which question you answered. I asked a few, didn't I? So tell me a little bit more about that, Stephen. No warehouse and no accountability. Is that your current situation? Is that something you need help with? Let me know. Oh, that's okay. Go ahead. I'm waiting. You never know. You guys should come to these lives, because if you have questions about business, your contracting business, government contracting, I can help you. And I'll stick around and answer some questions. Okay, Ashton, you haven't won any contracts as of yet, but you have your SAMs. Awesome. DUNS number, great. And state as well. So, Stephen, what did you tell me you're doing? Dispatching, freight. Okay, awesome. Good. So if you're just starting out, you probably should look at some subcontracting work. And I don't know how long you've been in business, but I would definitely look at some subcontracting opportunities. Yeah. And it could be private sector as well as government. If you need to build up some past performance, for sure. Teaming with other companies as well helps. You want to be mindful of even subcontracting and teaming arrangements. You need to make sure you're always creating your best deal, which is something I teach my clients about. But you want to make sure you're getting what you want out of the deal. And one of the things would be, of course, building past performance. Stephen, I want to help the DoD with warehouse. Okay, so you said, okay, so the logistics for their warehouses, is that what you're saying, Stephen? Okay. And then Ashton, are you saying where would you search for sub work? If you just started in January, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. So let me go back up here and see. You're doing logistics and commodities, dispatching and freight arrangement. Okay. So Ashton, I'm going to give you one tip here of how you can do that. And then I will definitely tell you some how we can definitely really dive into this. But one of the things you can do, you can say you were registered there, but you can go to fbo.gov and find prime contractors that have contracts, and then reach out to them and see if they need, some support. Are they subbing out a portion of their project? So that's one thing you could definitely do that works well. And the other thing I would say is getting out networking. You guys do not know how valuable it is to get out and network. I have clients here in Texas and California. I'm just naming a few, the ones that are out there just doing the darn thing. Where's the other one? Is it Virginia? I can't remember the other location. I can't remember everybody's location. But what I'm saying is it works in more than one place, okay? But getting out networking, you're meeting people face to face. You're able to ask them what opportunities do they have right now? What are their needs? What do they have coming down the pipeline? And then you're out networking on a consistent basis. You're seeing them over and over. You're asking them the same thing. They'll remember what you do. And then they're like, here's a contract. Can you do it for this price? That kind of thing. Or they'll say, you want to bid this out, kind of thing. So you have to get out and network, especially when you're just getting started, because that's where the opportunities are, and you can get to the contract faster by, that personal touch. So, building relationships. Okay. Stephen said yes. Okay. So you want to help them with their warehouse logistics. Okay, Stephen, great. Awesome. Yeah. Good. And then you could do the same thing I just told Ashton as far as looking for opportunities as well, if you're coming from a place of just getting started and need to be, build past performance. Because you guys have to realize that you have to have past performance in order for the government to give you work. So a lot of people think that, I can set up my business and they're going to give me work. Now, occasionally, you may can get something under $25,000, just depending on the contracting vehicle and what it is. So that's possible. And depending on what you do. In most cases, they're going to want to see 2 years experience because they're like putting their trust in you to deliver. And I just share with you guys what these guys are saying, the contracting officers, the procurement specialists, the diversity outreach people are saying that, they're bringing you to the table basically, and then you're backing out. So that's why they want to see you in business for 2 years. Why? Because if you've been in business for 2 years, you're kind of in it to stay and you're not going to like flake on them. Okay. So where do you go to network? Who is that? Chansey. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Where do you go to network? So it depends on what you're doing, first of all. So I'm general in what I'm getting ready to share because I don't know enough about your business to be more specific. Okay. But ideally, you can go to Chamber of Commerce events. You can go to pre-bid meetings. Those are wonderful because they're there to bid. You can go to walkthroughs, same thing. You can go to, so I said chambers, contracting associations. Depending on what you do, there's probably an association for that. There's, let me see, Minority Supplier Development Council. So those are a few that you can go networking. And then even some meetups. So don't skimp on meetups because here in my local area, they have a huge meetup for architects. Now it says architect happy hour, but construction, contracting, all of those go together. So all of those different people are there, and there's usually hundreds of people there every single month. My local chamber event that I attend monthly is usually about 100 people there every month as well. So you have to find the right events, but you won't know unless you go and then, determine if it's a place that you should go back to. Chansey, you're in Dallas. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a bunch of places here in Dallas for you to go network. You should come to my workshop. I'm doing a workshop, Chansey, next month here in Dallas. And so we're getting you guys set up. So let me tell you about the workshop. And then I'll come back. If you have any questions while I'm sharing about the workshop, go ahead and pop your questions in. I'll answer those for you. But I'm having a workshop here in Dallas, Texas next month. It is May, I think it's 22nd and 23rd. That it's a Wednesday and a Thursday. Let me get my calendar. Let's be correct, right? Yep, I was right. May 22nd, May 23rd here in Dallas. It's a 2-day workshop. And here's what it is. And the reason only 6 people, why? Because I'm going to roll up my sleeves and get down in the trenches with you and your business. So everybody there is going to get some one-on-one time, and we're actually getting some stuff done. It doesn't matter where you're at, because when you sign up, we're going to do a, what do you call it? So we're going to have a pre-session call virtually so that I can learn a little bit more about your business. If there's some things that you need to do or bring so that we can actually do work at the workshop, then we'll talk about that during the pre-session. And like I said, it's for 6 people. I meet you exactly where you're at. We're going to get you set up, get you going. We're talking about how to bid. So I'm going to teach you how to actually bid. I'm going to be sharing with you my bid spreadsheet. So it has all the formulas in there. It's like awesome. We're also going to create your proposal template. Like we're actually doing the work. Okay. So yeah, bring your laptop. We're doing work. So we're going to do that. You're going to learn how to break down a solicitation. And yes, you're going to actually do that too. So you're going to actually be implementing things right there in the workshop, because here's what I don't want to have happen is that you go home, life happens, and you don't get it done, or you forget what I said. So if we do it at the workshop, when you go back home, guess what? The only thing you have to do is go find opportunities, which I'm going to teach you how to do that, as well as bid, which you're learning how to do that, or submit a proposal, and then you just have to deliver. So we're also going to be talking about marketing and business development. So Chancey, for you, you'll know exactly where to go and network. You'll know exactly what to say. You'll know exactly how to determine if you should go back, because I don't believe in just going out networking to networking. Everything we do with an agenda, because time is money and we don't have all day. Okay. And, you know, we have other things to do that we can be doing that's more productive than just going if it's not going to produce the results that we want. So I teach you all of that in the workshop. It's going to be real intensive. Again, that's why it's only for 6 people, because we're going to actually get the work done. I know you'll have questions. I'll be able to answer your individual questions, and we'll actually get it done. So if you're interested in that, I have 5 spots left, and I'm going to type in the link here real quick, but it's FeliciaStreeter.com//workshop. So if you want to check that out, definitely check it out. There's only 5 spots left, and I'm not adding spots because I feel like to be this intense and give you what I want to give you and make sure you actually get it done during the workshop, I can only do 6 people. Okay. Hey, Andrea. I hope I'm pronouncing that. Andrea Brown. All right. Thank you for the networking tips. You're welcome. So definitely when you try that and you go out and networking, let me know how that works out for you, because I would really love to hear that. And you may try something, it may work, it may not, and I can provide some feedback for you. Okay. Chancey said, is it beginner friendly? Yes, I meet you exactly where you're at. It sure is. Because here's the thing. When you sign up, now remember, this is May 22nd, May 23rd here in Dallas. The sooner you sign up, the sooner we can get you moving, because we're not going to wait till the workshop to do everything. There may be, if you're just starting out, there's probably some prep work you need to do. And I don't know exactly where you're starting out, but it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of what we need to do before you come to the workshop. So, yeah. Yeah. So, Chancey, what we would do is we need to have a conversation, because we need to figure out what you're going to do. But that doesn't take long. But that would be a private conversation that we will have. So that's no problem. SAM registration, all of that. What I would like to do, you know, if you're going to come join us, you know, once you sign up and get registered, we can definitely have a call, because there's some things you'll need to do, and I can lay that out for you step by step. I've had people get it done, and I mean all of it, in a week to 2 weeks, just depending on how committed they are. Okay. You guys have any other questions for me? This thing scrolls. I think I answered all of the questions we had so far. Those of you that have just popped on, why don't you tell me, what are you doing in your business? What are you offering? Are you doing government contracting, private work? Let me know who you are and what you're doing. And if you have any questions, definitely pop those in as well. Any questions? Don't be shy. This is like free coaching. Yeah. So can you imagine what we're going to do at the workshop? It's going to be a game changer. I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. And what I really can't wait, here's what I really love, is being able to help people and then they come back and share their successes. So I love sharing in the successes of my clients, because for me, it's all about changing the game for myself, my family, my generations to come. And most people that come join me in any type of capacity, they want the same thing. They want to change their family legacy is the end result. And so when I'm able to help you do that, that gives me a good feeling. because I know how it transformed for my family. And so I know that feeling. I know how things can change and what that looks like, you know, for your generation, your grandkids and things like that. Excuse me. So not only do all my kids have their own businesses, but this summer we're going to get our grandkids into their own business, which of course their parents have their own business too, because, you know, they saw us. And so it's just awesome. It's an awesome feeling. Any questions? Any other questions? Let me scroll. I think I got all your questions. Okay, here comes some more. Oh, here's my girl, Shaky. Hey, Shaky. She's one of my private clients. So we work together privately one-on-one. So let me see. I am working on laying the foundation with you. You are helping us lay a very strong foundation to build upon. Oh, she's just want to share some praise. Well, thank you, Shaky. I appreciate that. You guys are going to do some great things. Great things. Sometimes, you know, it's just we have to build up. And so we're building up with them. And I think they started at the beginning. So Chancey, they started at the very beginning. Yeah, ideas and had to make some pimp decisions. And I'll lay it out for you. When it's time to make a pimp decision, you're going to have to make a pimp decision. What you going to do? Now, I'll provide you with the information to help you make the decision, but you have to make decisions. So glad to have you here. All right, Ashton, I'm on FBO now. And where do you search for the sub opportunities? I have to search for opportunities. Right. So you can't search for sub opportunities. Remember, I said you're going to look for prime contractors. And within that, so, you know, they've been awarded a contract. You can look at that, right? And then reach out to them for subcontracting opportunities because they just won the contract. So you're not looking, in essence, for subcontracting opportunities. You're looking for previously awarded contracts, and then it'll tell you who the prime is, who the contract was awarded to, and then you reach out to them. All right, Chance. So I want to do government contracting, but I'm not sure which avenue to take. I would like to be a general contractor and link with other businesses. I'm a vet and a Black female, so I know I have a lot to offer. Yes, there's opportunities for you, Chancey. You are so correct. Yeah, you should definitely come to the workshop. Like really come to the workshop because yeah, there's a lot of money to be made. And Chancey, so you're here local and you're a vet. So do you know the VA Medical Center in Dallas? So the VA Medical, and let me know, Chancey, if you've been to you probably have to the VA Medical Center in Dallas. And so in the back, remember initially they only had one parking garage. Well, first they didn't have any. And then they built one parking garage. Okay. So in the very back, that first parking garage, my company built that. So that is a design build project we did. I think that project, when we finished with change orders and stuff like that, may have been just over 11 million. But they have since added 2 more parking garages, which is the same design that we designed for the first one. So now all of the VAs for their parking garages are using our design. So that's cool. Yeah. So you should definitely come, Chancey. Let me help you get set up and give you some things that you can do and get you on your way. Yeah. That's awesome. Would love to have you. So again, we have 5 spots. You guys have any other questions? I know probably your lunchtime is ending or break and that kind of thing. Or you may be in your business full time. Who knows? Are you guys in your business full time? Let me know. Are you working and then you're, you know, building up your business, which is nothing wrong with that, because I never say quit your job or whatever you're doing to make money and you don't have money coming in the other areas, because at the end of the day, we still have to take care of our family. So we have to be realistic with that. Okay, good. So you work 9 to 5. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, if you sign up, Chancey, get your spot, you have time to, you know, take off those couple of days, come join us. Let's get your business set up, because there's a lot of opportunities for you. And that's not to say there's not opportunities for other people either. But yeah, it's nice to have people local. My local clients, we're able to network together and things like that, and local events. I get to send them stuff because I get all of the local stuff because I'm local, of course. So I'm always sharing that kind of thing with them and everything. All right, Stephen, I'm still working. I will have my business set up by the end of the year. Why so long? It doesn't take that long, Stephen, to set it up. And I think sometimes that's the myth that we believe it takes a really long time to set up our business. You just have to, oh, you're in Austin. Well, Stephen, you could come down for a couple of days too. It's just a couple hours drive. So, yeah, so, you know, it doesn't really take that long to set up your business. I mean, you can set your business up in 2 weeks, setting the foundation. And I'm talking about having your business set up where you can do private work, state, local, county government, as well as with the federal government. And then the next thing is working on building up past performance and your capacity. That may take you up to a year to get to where you want to be. But in that time, you should be, you know, doing some contracts. Okay. So it doesn't take a year to get set up. And in essence, Stephen, you come to the workshop, we'll get it done in 2 days because I'm going to help you. All right, let's see. Ashton, work and you do this on the side. So that's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. Another thing I'm sharing at the workshop too is with your marketing and things like that, as far as how to fit that into your calendar, because the reality is there's a lot to do. And most people, either you're in business by yourself or you may have one other person. And so you're doing everything. And then you have a job. Okay, that's how I started mine too. So don't get it twisted. I couldn't just full all in, like, where's the money coming from? Okay, so you have to learn how to balance that. And so I'm going to be sharing what you should be doing, how often, and that kind of thing. Okay. Yes, Stephen said, oh, really? Yes, sir. Ashton said, I'm located in, is MS Missouri? Or is it Mississippi? I can't remember. But you can come join us. I have a guy coming from, I think he's coming from Washington. I don't know where he's coming from, but he's not here local. And he reached out to me about getting his ticket the other day. So Mississippi. Okay. So, you know, it's just a matter of your level of commitment, is if it's going to be this year for you and you want to get my help. Yes, Chancey, I do ongoing coaching as well. Shaky is here up top. She made a comment. She's in my private 6-month program. So I sure do. So, oh, I got you. What happens after you leave the workshop? Yes, if you want to continue the relationship, you definitely can. I'll definitely share that with you. Yeah, that's no problem. Yep. So I don't just leave you hanging. If you know, some people after the workshop, they may want to go try it, you know, do some things on their own, and they may be able to, and that's cool. And then some people, like Shaky, I think what they like is getting the assistant to get help up, you know, help set up and doing it right the first time, and saving time in the process so that they can get to that finish line of setting the foundation faster than trying to figure it out on their own. But the beauty of it is, in essence, it doesn't take 6 months to get you to a contract. Okay, just so you know. Why I do it that long is because I like to be with you over a period of time. So you're bidding or submitting proposals multiple times. You're breaking down the solicitation, and I'm there to help you. And when you win one, I'm there to help you on how to deliver, because once you win it, there's other things you need to have set up as well. And so when we're working together for 6 months, ideally, we get to go through that process at least 2 or 3 times. So, yeah. So I got you. Any other questions? I guess we'll wrap it up. And hey, here's the thing. So I'll be back here again next Monday. So I'm doing these lives once a week, just picking various topics. If it's anything you would like for me to cover during the live, you can always put it in the comments or message me, that kind of thing. You know, however that works, wherever you're at platform wise, but just let me know things you'd like to hear. All right. So we have Stephen. Does past performance includes my experience? So it depends on what the experience is. We kind of look at that. You have over 5 years working for the Army contact businesses. Okay. So yeah, so I don't know exactly what you did, but it says to keep the contract going. So in essence, we would talk about the contract. Okay. So we're working with Army contract businesses. Yeah. You know what? I've had people come work with me even after being a contracting officer. And I guess it's because they only see the contracting side from their perspective. And so they don't know it from the business side. And so they still need help. And so the same thing for you, you may know it from the Army contracting side, depending on what piece of that they maybe handled within your office, but there's usually another side to it. And so that part is probably what you don't know. And then as far as the experience, we'd have to kind of talk about it and see what it is and how we can position it as past performance. So more than likely, yes, I'm going to say that, but I don't know what the actual, what did you do exactly and how we can position it. But a lot of times, yes, we can do that. Yeah. Now that's not to say it's going to get us to a federal contract out the gate. So don't get me wrong with that. But it can definitely help get us to a contract, maybe in the private sector, maybe with the state. It just depends. Yeah. Yep. So are you going to come join us? Let me put the link in here one more time. This is for the workshop. Definitely go check it out. As you can see, when you go there, it's only 5 spots left. And we're keeping it a small group because just like this here, I'm going to be helping you guys. So like, I think it's maybe what, 3 to 5 of you guys asking questions. So you're able to ask questions multiple times and you're getting them answered. So 2 days, small group, I'll be able to answer your questions. So yeah, we'll have time for Q&A. Everybody will get their own individual time. I'm going to be like looking, at your stuff, right? Reviewing it, helping you get it done. Yeah. And if you guys don't have a capability statement, so we have room within the workshop. I have some things that you'll see that we're going to cover. But if everybody have the same need, then it may be something else that we cover, or I may share with you after the fact, that kind of thing. But we're going to get you set up and get you going. Yeah. So the 6 months and the workshop are 2 totally different things. Yes. They're 2 totally separate programs. I know you're typing fast. No problem. I got you. Yeah. So yeah, they're 2 separate programs. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end and get off of here. I know it's 10 after 7 or 10 after 7. I don't know where I got 7 from. It's 7 people on here now, I guess. I don't know. 10 after 2. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live. Definitely, if you have not subscribed to my channel, do that. And if you have not hit the little bell, you may want to do that so that when I go live, like next week, you'll be notified in case you forget the time or that kind of thing, so that you can come join us. Talk about what's next. All right. So again, the workshop link is FeliciaStreeter.com/workshop. There are 5 spots left. That's it. We're coming together May 22nd, 23rd here in Dallas, Texas. Come as you are, and you'll leave transformed. Trust me, your business and you will be set up and ready to go. Stephen said, I will be in touch with you. Oh, I offer everything you guys need. Okay, yeah, definitely reach out if you want to come to the workshop. Would love to have you. All right. And of course, my website is FeliciaStreeter.com. So you can definitely check that out, Stephen. And you can send me an email from there as well if you want to reach out to me personally. Again, I gave you guys the link for the workshop, FeliciaStreeter.com/workshop. And you can definitely sign up right there on the page. It'll notify me as I get closer to the workshop. You'll get your welcome packet. Yes, there's work to do beforehand because I need to know about you and your business. How can I help you? Otherwise, right? So you'll have some pre-workshop work to do. We're going to have a call before the actual workshop just to make sure everybody know what they need to bring and for me to learn a little bit more about you and your business before those 2 days, because we want to make those 2 days really impactful and get some stuff done. So I don't want you to come and it's something that you don't have that's going to prevent us from making it happen during the workshop. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end for today. And I thank you guys for coming to join me. I really appreciate that. Taking the time out your day. Next time, how about invite a friend? All right. So if you have any questions, I gave you the ways to reach out to me. Other than that, I'll see you back here next week. Bye for now. Oh, and some of you I'll see in Dallas.